Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, and the name Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash Holy Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit down lesson of the famine of the word update as of March the 11th.
Hello, Moto.
And this is a sit down lesson of the famine of the word update as of March the 11th, 2026, on this Wednesday afternoon. And this is the book of Amos, chapter 80, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Shemashai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but the hearing of the words of Yahweh. Right, so it's going to be a famine in the land, and it's going to be a famine of lack of bread for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. And especially, we're seeing these famines are increasing, on a daily basis. And then it's going to be a famine in the land, and it's going to be a famine of the word, and it's going to be a famine of lack of bread for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. We're seeing gas prices going up. Even though it's been up and down, back and forth, we're seeing pro-Iranian, we're seeing Iranians, the armies, and the pro-Iranian groups targeting any missiles and ballistic missiles, and using strikes against those. All right, so I get through with this recording. So, as we've been seeing those, the Iran been doing missile strikes on those recent ships over there in the, I would say in the Hormuz, in that region. Because, we've been seeing I think the airspace in that region over there in the Hormuz area has been blocked over there. It's been closed due to, been having importing, exporting cargo ships and supply chains, been importing, exporting throughout that region. That kind of potentially might affect the global economy, So that might potentially affect the global economy, for different countries around the world. It was a recent strike from the Iranians did on I think a Thailand ship, a cargo ship. So this is a supply chains that's going to affect your everyday consumer. It's going to affect the everyday global economy, with the oil and gas, because I think it was a news article that was mentioned. Iran was saying that from the Jerusalem Post or the Time of Israel was mentioned that look out for a $200 per barrel oil. $200 per barrel oil to rise, because at first it was like $80 to $90, then from $100 to $120, and potentially to like $200. And these are signs that we're going to see potentially the increasing uptick of famine, because it's going to be a famine in the land. It's going to be a famine of lack of bread for lack of water. But to hear other words of Yahweh Shemashai, just like in the days of Egypt, the storehouses were empty. It was a famine in those land in those other times. It's going to occur in these other times. So we're getting more and more, closer to the famine of the word. We're getting closer to a famine in the land. And it's going to be a famine of lack of bread for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So this is a major prophecy, that's about to come to pass fulfilled. And we're starting to see increase on a daily basis, because we're living in the signs of times, modern day biblical times and signs of times. Amos chapter 80, verse 11, read that again for edification's sake, that I'm close out. Behold, the days come, saith the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akarkadash, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but the hearing of the words of Yahweh. Right, so, but the hearing of the words of Yahweh was the Heavenly Father, because there's going to be a famine in the land, famine of the word, and it's going to be famine of like bread for like water, but the hearing of the words of Yahweh. Amos chapter 80, verse 12, and they shall run from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, try to seek the words of Yahweh shall find it. Right, so since it's going to be a famine of the word, many are going to run to and fro, try to seek the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh shall find it. Amos chapter 80, verse 13, in that day shall fair verse of young man for thirst. Right, so in that day is going to be a fair verse of young man for thirst for hearing the words of Yahweh Shemashai. So with that, hopefully this famine of the word update was edifying. as of March the 11th, 2026, on this Wednesday afternoon. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Wakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son Ba'Hashem. In the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, that's the Holy Tongue, and I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa. Till next time, I would say Shalom.